about the role of popular culture in the feminist movement, as well as how what is commonly referred to as pop culture has helped to change society's expectations of the female role. In the story, A Pair of Silk Stockings, the main character, Miss Summers, is constrained by her role as a wife and mother. Set in the final years of the 19th century, social conventions of the time dictated that a woman care, first and foremost, for her children, then for the well-being of her husband, and, lastly, for herself. Additionally, these set roles were also often seen to dictate a woman's identity. She was her family. In the story, while Miss Summers does not complain about her role and the ideals that she must follow, we learn that this is not because she is happy with her place in life, but because she, quote, has no time, no second of time to devote to the past. The needs of the present absorb her every faculty. A vision of the future, like some dim, gaunt monster, sometimes appalls her, but luckily tomorrow never comes. End quote. Because of this lack of time, Miss Summers, while not unhappy with time spent caring for her children, never has the chance to do anything for herself and, therefore, does not have an opportunity to find balance between the conflicting pressures, family, society, and self, that she is faced with. This lack of balance means Miss Summers does not have a strong sense of her own identity. In fact, this sense consists only of what she can offer her family, rather than what she can offer the world as a person. This lack of sense of self is largely implicated in what results when Miss Summers enters the store and buys silk stockings, as, because she has no sense of identity, she attempts to define herself by purchasing nice clothing. Rita Shilde Dor, a female American author, journalist, and suffragette born in 1868, once said, "There was never any question to me as to which I would choose, my boy or my work. I had to have both." The idea of having both illustrates the importance of the balance required to be a complete person, which Miss Summers lacks. Unfortunately, this lack of balance is not only created by Miss Summers, but also by her family. She is further unable to find her own identity because, every day, she gives in to the expectations of others, her children, her husband, and society, and what they tell her she should be. With the rise of feminist figures in popular culture, many women of all different classes were able to see these figures, examples of strong and independent women, as they were popularized in pop culture and mass media. Although oftentimes there were male producers and managers behind the most successful female stars, the image projected by the media was one of independence and personal success. One of these figures was Katharine Hepburn, an American actress who was known for her headstrong independence and spirited personality. Hepburn once said, "I have not lived as a woman, I have lived as a man. I've done what I damn well wanted to do, and I've made enough money to support myself, and ain't afraid of being alone." This attitude, along with her successful management of her own career, including a well-orchestrated comeback, cemented Hepburn as a popular example of non-radical feminism, while also providing an example of and inspiration to many lower and middle-class women of what they could become if they acted as their own person, with a strong sense of identity. Many other strong female figures began appearing in mainstream entertainment through the mid-20th century. Another widely known of these was Helen Reddy, whose song "I Am Woman" is still widely listened to today. Take a listen.
United Nations has declared 1975 to be International Women's Year, and they have chosen this song as their theme. I think you know the one I mean. I am woman, healing more, in numbers too big to ignore, and I know too much to go back and pretend, 'cause I've heard it all before, and I've been down there on the floor, and no one's ever gonna keep me down again. Oh yeah, I am wise, but it's wisdom gonna pay. Yes, I paid the price, but look how much I gained. If I have to, I can do anything. I am strong, I am invincible, I am woman.
It was many songs and people like this, made famous by pop culture, that have passed along and developed the idea of strong women, depicting feminists as something to be proud of rather than as protesting, brawless fanatics. And, through pop culture, women such as Katharine Hepburn and Helen Reddy, and today's strong female stars, have helped encourage women of all ages and races to find a balance between the outside pressures they are faced with and their own expectations and ideas. This has created a connection between ideologies and the masses, which has encouraged women to discover their individual identities, as Miss Summer was able to do.